Beginn die entscheidende Session der Happy Bet International Open, Darts Open 2016. Und es geht los mit einem Mann aus den Niederlanden. Er ist die aktuelle Nummer 113 der Welt, hat sich zum ersten Mal für die European Tour qualifizieren können, schlug am Freitag an Tag Nummer 1 Brandon Dolan, den History Maker aus Nordirland, hatte Glück, dass Daryl Gurney zurückzog und spielte heute Nachmittag eine tolle Achtelfinalpartie. Zum ersten Mal bestreitet er ein Viertelfinale bei der PDC. Herzlich willkommen, Tsunami Jordi Meeuwisse. Jordi Meeuwisse spielt gegen den erfolgreichsten Spieler aus dem deutschsprachigen Raum in der Geschichte. Der Mann hat sich in den letzten 2 Jahren in die Top 20 der Welt gespielt, stand unter anderem in 2 Halbfinals, 2er Major-Turniere. Noch wartet er auf seine erste Finalteilnahme bei der PDC. Warum nicht hier und heute in Riesa? Herzlich willkommen, die aktuelle Nummer 16 der Welt aus Wien, the gentle Mensur Suljovic. Auch in dieser entscheidenden Session des Turniers wird die Distanz Best of 11 Legs gespielt. 6 Legs braucht man also jetzt, um in das Halbfinale einzuziehen. Und Caller des ersten Viertelfinals ist Paul Hinks.
Welcome to the Saxon Arena in Riesa for the Happy Bet International Darts Open and the climax to this weekend's tournament, with the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the final all to be played out this evening. It has been a weekend of shocks, a weekend of firsts. And we have seen a number of the big players fall by the wayside. Peter Snakebite Wright, the world number 5, losing with 107 average earlier on, knocked out by Simon Whitlock. Vintage display from the Wizard. It was 106 average from the former European Tour winner Dave Chisnell, but it still wasn't enough against Andy Bolton. Andy Bolton is one of 5 qualifiers to make it through to the quarter-final stages here in Riesa. We have never seen so many qualifiers through to the quarter-final on the European Tour since it started in its current incarnation in 2012. We are in for a surprise winner, it looks like. But there are still some big names here. Mensur Suljovic, Kim Huybrechts, Simon Whitlock, Benito van der Pas, last year's beaten finalist. I'm Dan Dawson. Paul Nicholson is alongside me for the culmination of what has been a quite breathtaking weekend of darts already.
Ladies and gentlemen. First leg, it's Manson to throw first. Game on.
Well, as Paul Hinks get us underway, strap in everyone. If this is anything like this afternoon, then we are in for a Sunday treat.
We certainly are. And Mensur Suljovic, he is the big beast in this half of the draw. He is the only player in this half of the draw who is a seeded player. He's the only one in the top 16 in the world. He is number 16 in the world. He could climb up to 13, I believe, if he were to go on and win. But Mensur Suljovic has never made a final of a PDC ranking event. 11 times he has reached the semi-finals, and 11 times he has been beaten. If Mensur Suljovic is going to make his first final, he may not get a better opportunity than right here this weekend. Michael van Gerwen, the world number 1, was in this half of the draw. He was a late withdrawal this weekend.
60.
And Mensur Suljovic has been the big name in this half of the draw to take advantage of that so far. But that is not to say that he is going to breeze past Jordi Meeuwisse and then the winner of James Wilson versus Andy Bolton, because quite frankly, all 3 of them have played stunning darts at times this weekend.
Certainly have. I've been very impressed with Andy Bolton, actually. You know, he was in a real tussle with Chisnell this afternoon, and both of them missing double 12 for 9 dart legs. And that's just part of the madness that we've had this afternoon. But James Wilson is going to have something to say about Andy Bolton in the next game. But then again, Jordi Meeuwisse may have something to say about Mensur Suljovic's try to get to that first final.
Yes, well, Jordi Meeuwisse averaged 100 himself in seeing off Ryan Meikle in the last 16, the third round was played this afternoon, the round of 16. Meeuwisse averaging 100 on his European Tour debut this weekend. First Euro Tour he's qualified for, only won his tour card on the final day of Q School this year.
60.
And the big Dutchman
71.
has got down to a finish, but Mensor's looking at 71.
Going to be treble 13 with a left double 16. That leaves tops for a nice clinical $15 leg in the first leg.
51.
He's given
Yordi
a little chance.
41.
Maintain the 100 average, you've got to be hitting $15. You needed to take this out to keep that up.
60. Mensah, you require 20.
So Mensur Suljovic looking at double 10 to win the first leg of the evening session and get his nose in front early on against Yordi Meeuwisse. That will do nicely.
Mensah Suljovic.
Yeah, talking about Yordi Meeuwisse,
Game on.
starting to realise why ZWA Sports decided to sign him
60.
earlier in the year when he got his tour card. He's obviously got a bit of a twinkle in his eye and he's got some talent. People don't sign you to management deals unless you've got something. And obviously some of the guys in Holland have been telling them about his talent. I'll tell you what, we've known about the talent of Suljovic for a while. It just keeps getting better and better and better in my opinion.
100.
And as he gets better, he gets more comfortable and it becomes less of an effort, which will make him more comfortable. And in this instance, I think you're right, Danny, took the words out of my mouth. He will never have a better opportunity to make a final.
Well, it's no surprise anymore when
45.
Mensur Suljovic goes up there and averages 100. He's doing it on a pretty regular basis, you know, 98, 99, 100, sometimes even more than that. It's no surprise when he beats the best in the world. That's unfortunate for Meeuwisse.
80.
Good recovery with that last start, but Suljovic looking to capitalise upon a bit of a slow start from Meeuwisse in this leg. 240 points scored with 3 visits to the board.
It's funny what happens sometimes, isn't it? You know, we talked about Mensah's new shirt.
140.
Sometimes little things happen for reasons. He seems to be very coordinated to the stage, and maybe it's all just coming together for the Suljovic.
100. Mensah require 136.
Well, it could be an absolutely huge weekend. He's going to be a big weekend for somebody. It's just to what degree. You know, Mensur making his first PDC final or winning his first PDC tournament would be massive, and this would be pretty big. That's unfortunate. Needed the treble 20 for a go at double 8. Meeuwisse on 161, and he's potentially going to have to take 91. It out here in order to hold his throw and level it up.
He's been given a couple of whiffs of chances, but it was a 141, now it's a 161. These chances are getting bigger and a bit
99.
harder. But that's a good lead.
45.
So what's it going to be? 17?
Wow.
Or a 5 or a 13? There it is.
You know what that leaves.
Back to normal.
And there it is, double 14. He is renowned for hitting that one, and of course he did hit it earlier on today as he saw off Jelle Clausen 6-5 in a fascinating game of darts those two played out.
Yeah, it was a proper game of darts. 11 holes of throw, and sometimes your opponent is just too good. Clausen didn't do much wrong in that last leg. Suljovic, 12 darts.
60.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 1-2-1 check out. Treble 20, treble 11, double 14. Thank you very much.
Mensah's hit a bit of a milestone today as well. 25th quarter-final on the Pro Tour. You are a good player if you can reach that statistic.
29.
What's more, Simon Whitlock has also hit a bit of a milestone as far as quarter-finals are concerned. He's hit his 75th.
75.
60.
Statistics courtesy of Andy Scott of the PDPA, who is world-renowned for being a darts boffin.
Yeah, likes a number, Andy Scott.
Put those together, you've got 100 quarterfinals on the Pro Tour. That is
60.
Outrageous talent.
It really is. Whitlock in the other half of the draw. He will take on Benito van der Pas in our third game on this evening.
140.
Right now, Yordi Meeuwisse scrapping to try and find a way into this match.
Yordi Meeuwisse here, he's playing a different type of game. I mean, Against Mikkel, that was his big shot. Against Dolan, he scrapped and played really well.
140.
But with Suljovic at the moment, he's got his tail up. He knows how to win at the moment on this stage. Meeuwisse is just still getting experience.
132.
This is new territory for him. This is his first quarter-final.
Yeah, I mean, this year, since winning his tour card, he did make the last 16 one of the UK Open qualifiers. Hang on, Mensur. Where's he going to go? Is he trying to get another one in the ball? He tried it.
There's plenty of room.
92.
Sets it up very nicely. Meeuwisse is not going to take out 181, I'm afraid. So Mensur Suljovic could be looking at a 3-0 lead here.
When we were in Düsseldorf,
Mensur, you require 40.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Peter Wright do a real number on Suljovic in the quarters? 6-0. That was a real shock.
Yeah, you don't see Mensur getting hammered like that very often. Double 5. And there it is, and it is 3-0. Mensur Suljovic. Well, look, when it gets to these stages of the European Tour, and Mensur often nowadays finds himself in the final session of action as Meeuwisse fills it up for a first 180. Yeah, he usually benefits from quite a lot of crowd support. You know, sometimes they get a bit of jeering and booing when he's taking his time. They want him to hurry up, but as the best dart player from the German-speaking bit of the world, the Austrian Mensur Suljovic, he does enjoy quite a bit of support. However, this evening, they have one of their own to cheer on, because the surprise package, one of many surprise packages here this weekend, Dragutin Horvath, made it through the host nation qualifiers on Thursday night and has played some spellbinding stuff at times to book his place in the quarter-finals. Only the second German player ever to make the last 8 of a Euro Tour, behind Max Hopp, who did it earlier on this year. And what a story we could have if he can overcome Kim Huybrechts, a 2-time Euro Tour winner. In the meantime, Jordi Meeuwisse is on an 11-darter to try and get his way into this game, and he needed a strong leg to just give him something to work with, but Mensur's going to put him under pressure. Oh, how about a 170 for pressure?
Jordi require 81.
Only Mensur Suljovic would do that, possibly Van Gerwen. But pressure? What pressure?
Jordi
Meeuwisse. Lovely 11-darter.
Game on.
I'm saying that Mensur is comfortable. That's about as comfortable as it gets.
Both of these guys idiosyncratic in the way they throw their darts. I mean, what's left to say about the way Mensur throws his darts? There's all sorts going on, but watch Meeuwisse here. Hits himself in the nose with every dart.
59.
Amazing. You know he's going straight.
Well, a lot of guys have a little point in their face that the flight does hit. Some guys, it's the shoulder. And it's the point in their face that it's like an anchor for where the dart should go when they're throwing well. With me, it was just below the right eye. And obviously with Meeuwisse, if he keeps playing this well and playing more games,
100.
He's going to be like Robbie Fowler. He's going to have to put a plaster on his nose.
Was it Dave Howell, the snooker player, used to run his cue under his chin? He had to have a plaster on the bottom of it because he does do it so much that he ended up taking the skin off his chin.
Yeah, Dean O'Kane was the same from New Zealand back in the day. He had a real problem with that. Cue friction.
Oh, this isn't bad, is it? Great stuff, Jordi Meeuwisse, but it doesn't get him down to a finish. It's a bogey number 162, so Mensur Suljovic has got time on his side. 6 darts from 161 for a 4-1 lead.
Well, you've got to think he won't go for the ball if he hits the first 2, but...
You never know with Mensur, do you?
Well, this isn't going to plan so far.
56.
So Meeuwisse now will be licking his chops as if to say, right, okay, let's hit a 130. Shift to the left, maybe. Well, one treble will put the pressure on. Which treble will it be? Well,
49.
Just like Suljovic
105.
went to the board and didn't get anything that he planned.
Yeah, you can see him going for the 25 there, because the extra 5 points would have got him down below 100 onto a 2-dart finish. Hasn't worked out for him, but it may not matter, because Mensur might be about to take out the 105. Now then, Mensur. Oh, he's missed it. Well.
113.
Just like you say, Michael van Gerwen looks at these tournaments like his 25 grand. That's his double, and he didn't expect to miss it.
93.
But Meeuwisse had a chance.
28.
Can't say that he didn't. Now, Suljovic, it's your double. Can you hit it this time for your 4-1 lead?
With 3 darts in hand, surely there's only one out.
Yeah, I got a few quid on this.
In shot on the fifth leg.
You don't doubt the gentle on double 14, man.
Game on.
No, we don't. And it's got to the
60.
stage now that he has used it so much. And we used to sort of question, well, why does he always leave it? Well, now we know he's that good at it. And it begs another question. Is he as good on double 14 as James Wade is on 10s?
I think
60.
if you were going to, you're going to pick a dart player to hit any double for you. If they've got 3 darts in hand and your life depends on it,
58.
who are you going to pick? The ones that always spring to mind, it's James Wade on double 10, Robert Thornton maybe on tops, Michael van Gerwen on anything, and Mensur Suljovic on double 14.
And probably Kyle Anderson on the bullseye.
Kyle Anderson on bullseye. Mervyn King on double 16 is great as well.
Yeah,
but everybody's got a favourite one. But when you know you are one of, if not the best hitter of a particular double on the board, it's got to give you so much confidence where you just think, just get down to it. I'll take it out. May only need 1 dart, but I'm not going to miss many. I'm not going to give up many chances to my opponent.
Wayne Model said something a few years ago about myself, and he said that I believed I was the best player in the world on double 16. At the time, I thought I was.
180.
And it didn't matter whether I hit it all the time or not. It was the fact that I believed I was. Mensur Suljovic firmly believes that he's the best in the world on 14s. That's why he always leaves it. It's been a good leg so far for Suljovic. Nice and steady.
Oh, it could be. It could be massive, this. This could be a killer blow, but a little shake of the head from Mensur, unable to give himself a dart at the bullseye. Meeuwisse, 143. It might have to go here. It might have to go, Jordi, and he needed the treble 17.
83.
Mensur Suljovic is going to get 2 darts for a 5-1 lead, and this may be a significant nail in the coffin of Jordi Meeuwisse's International Darts Open campaign.
Tops. It is. Second dart, no problem. 5-1 Suljovic.
Mensur Suljovic. 7 leg is Mensur in his own first. Game on.
He's not giving Meeuwisse much. I'll tell you what, he seems to have been sitting on 161, 141, 143. They are chances. They're just too much for him at the moment because Suljovic, with that 100
60.
average, is just a little bit too good.
Yeah, and look, Jordi, it's solid. He's played all right. But
60.
he needed to play at the level he played against Ryan Meikle earlier on today. Because had he averaged 100, as he did against Meikle, then Mensur would not be having things all his own way. But Mensur is doing a very professional job here.
100.
And it could well be that Mensur is about to book his place in a 12th
94.
PDC semi-final. Will it be 12th time lucky for Mensur Suljovic? Or is he going to have to wait to get to 14?
I knew you were going to say that. That would be quite apt, wouldn't it? Well, if he does get through this, then James Wilson and Andy Bolton definitely want to stop him in his tracks. But I get
59.
the feeling that, providing he gets through this game, of course, that the crowd may get involved.
They may well do. We shall see.
How much do they want a Suljovic-Horvath final?
Well, I mean, that would be incredible. Now, I'm not quite sure what it means for doing the interviews on stage afterwards, because my German's not up to much.
Yeah, mine isn't much better.
100.
Ton for Meeuwisse, but it's not enough to get to a finish. Mensur Suljovic has got 6 darts from 186 to book his place in a 12th PDC semi-final. Never made a final, Mensur, and well, that's part of the reason that he's never won one. But he could do, and we've been saying for a long while now that Mensur Suljovic is quite possibly the next new winner on the PDC Tour.
52.
Because he's looking at 52 here. Is it 12 for tops? Is it 20 for double 16? Which way are you going to go?
20. Different corner this time. Double 16 and it's all over, folks. That 12th semi-final is later tonight and it's going to be in Meeuwisse. He's had a good week, something to build on for him, and lots of smiles, which is good to see. But that thumb and that celebration comes from the Austrian. He is going to play James Wilson or Andy Bolton later tonight in front of this raucous crowd. Next, we've got the man from Yorkshire. We've got the man who lives in Scotland, who is English. Join us later for that. Should be very, very interesting.
Ein souveräner Auftritt von Suljovic. Zieht also in das Halbfinale ein, in sein insgesamt 7. bei der PDC. Aber auch ein tolles Turnier, ein tolles erstes European Tour Turnier von Jordi Meeuwisse. Menzo, wunderbar, gratuliere dir.
Danke, mein Freund.
Sehr souverän, Average um die 100. Gutes Match.
Sehr gutes Spiel, komplett Fokus gespielt. Gott sei Dank bei ihm war immer Single 20, Single 20, Single 20, dann 140. Und das hat mich ein bisschen aufgebaut und dank dem Publikum, die waren immer hinter mir. Danke, danke, danke.
Menzo, weißt du, was mir inzwischen gut gefällt? Du hast früher, vor rund einem Jahr, unheimlich oft deine eigene Leistung so klein gemacht. Inzwischen sagst du auch, das war ein gutes Match von mir und ich habe gewonnen, weil ich gut gespielt habe. Das ist genau richtig.
Korrekt, ich schaue immer auf meinen Score und für mich ist wichtig, viele Dartspieler wissen, über 90 Average ist immer wirklich sehr gut. Viele erwarten über 100, aber das ist einmalig. Das ist, mein Spiel ist im Moment 90 bis 100 und wenn ich immer das spiele, bin ich wirklich zufrieden.
Ich habe mir vorgenommen, nicht irgendwie jetzt einen auf große Welle zu machen mit Finale und möglichem Finale. Trotzdem, jetzt spielst du dann insgesamt 7. Halbfinale bei der PDC. Hilft Erfahrung da? Weiß man jetzt, was kommt? Weiß man damit umzugehen?
Auf jeden Fall hilft Erfahrung und wirklich Respekt. Ich habe 2 Jahre gebraucht, dass ich überhaupt auf die Bühne was getroffen habe. Jetzt, Gott sei Dank, genieße ich das. Und ich muss eins sagen, mein Sponsor Hermann Stinz hat gesagt, ich muss erwähnen, ich spiele heute erstes Mal mit meiner neuen Dart. Das ist das ist das erste Turnier, das ich spiele mit neuer Dart und Gott sei Dank gelingt mir super Turnier zu spielen.
Ja, wunderbar. Also die neuen Darts von Suljovic, die neuen Bulls Darts, also auch vielleicht ja erhältlich in irgendeinem Shop hier, in irgendeinem Darts-Shop. Mensur, wir sehen uns später wieder, Halbfinale. Ich freue mich drauf, tolle Leistung.
Danke Publikum, von Herzen danke. Respekt.
The Gentle Mensur Suljovic, ihn sehen wir also dann wieder. Und er wird spielen entweder gegen Andy Bolton oder gegen James Wilson. Das ist das 2. Viertelfinale, das es jetzt gleich in Kürze gibt.